Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making a lemon pound cake. This was a request from one of my subscribers, C. Jenkins. She doesn't have a channel, or I don't think she's published anything yet, so I can't refer you to her channel, but I want to thank you. She's been a loyal member of the family, and I want to thank her for her request. Okay, I'm so excited. And I want to thank all of my subscribers, as of today, 517 subscribers for supporting your girl. And as you know, or for those who don't know, I am a former caterer. And so this recipe is been a winner. This is a staple, and it's good for during the time we're in a pandemic and you can't always find everything. But all you need for this recipe is 2 cups of all-purpose. I'm going to just bring the camera down in just a minute. 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm just fluffing it. And 1 cup of sugar. I'm going to take this out the bowl. Take this wrapping off. 1 cup of sugar. Now I'm going back to the flour. The flour is unbleached flour, all-purpose unbleached. Okay. Then I need 4 eggs at room temperature, and then 2 sticks of butter, and I slice them down, and it's softened. So I'm going to bring the camera down and show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so I got a teaspoon of baking powder, a half teaspoon of salt. I have some vanilla, very little of this left. And my oven is preheating at 350. I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to turn my oven down to 325. I'll do that in a minute. And there's going to be a little twist, because the grocery stores don't nowadays, and this is something we always need to be mindful of. You know, we can't take this stuff for granted. We were always taught you can't take stuff for granted, because, like, I can't get to the grocery store. My husband's been doing all the grocery shopping. So this is going to be my lemon flavoring in the batter, because I can't get fresh lemons right now. And then this will go on the glaze. Okay, so, and that's what I'm all about anyway. It's about being resourceful, using what you have, but all the basics are here. So in your pantry, if you always have some flour, sugar, you can get some eggs. A lot of stores are just letting us have just 1 carton of eggs now. So we got to be resourceful. And this is good. And I got this from the Dollar Tree. This is so potent. You know, when you go to the Dollar Tree and you get like those, like not Capri Suns, but like lemonade, powdered lemonade. And it was in a box like next to the Weiler's lemonade, this lemon stuff here. And I thought it was like something you can pour into your water. And I got home and I was like, no. So it's like, this is crystallized lemon, and it has the taste of like 1 wedge of lemon, and it's stronger than that in a good way. Okay, so first I'm going to cream the butter. See, when it's softened, it comes together fast. Okay, so I'm going to put this true lemon into my sugar. That's all I need. Pour the sugar in. And I'll come back when it's done. Okay, so when you cream the butter, this is what it should look like. It gets nice and fluffy. And I added that pack of lemon crystals, and it gives it a nice fresh flavor. So if you can't get fresh lemons, and this is you have to use what you have these days, and this is something I think I will try to keep in my pantry. It's shelf stable, so you don't have to always run out and find some lemons. So I think I'm gonna keep doing that. Okay, so now I'm gonna put baking powder, and that's 1 teaspoon of baking powder and a ½ teaspoon of salt. Just kind of incorporate it. Go on and mix that. And I like to go on, and I've made hundreds of pound cakes, so I just kind of go on in and incorporate everything at this point. Just go on and put the flour in. I'm doing this like backwards so you guys can see. It's like my mixer is turned towards the camera and not towards me. So then I just go on and mix up the eggs. Go on and beat them. Go on and beat it. I'll put 1½ teaspoons of vanilla extract. 1 teaspoon. And this is pure vanilla. And all I had was 1 teaspoon left. So I'm just going to go with that, because all I have left is imitation. I really don't care for imitation, but I always had it as a backup. Pure vanilla is so expensive right now because there's like a shortage or something, so it's so expensive. So just go on and pour everything in. And just incorporate it. Put it on low. Come back. Okay, now this is what it should look like. That's the consistency. And you see, after I creamed the butter and the sugar together, and then I went on and put the flour, the baking powder, and the salt in there. You put the dry ingredients, then I put the wet eggs on top of that, so it didn't cause a lot of, flour to blow around. Just slowly incorporated it. And then I sprayed my loaf pan with Baker's Joy. Alright, so now I'm going to stop this. I'm going to give it a quick whip. fill my pan. And this is going to make one of these pans. I'm going to turn this around. I'm doing everything backwards. It's taking me longer. Okay. Alright, so now we can roll. We got that part done. So this is what it looks like. Nice and creamy, but it's denser than like a regular layer cake. Very rich batter. And then you can double this recipe because I am trying to preserve, some of my pantry items. And it's just me and hubby here. I don't want to make a big tube pound cake. Okay. Can get more in here. I don't want to bore you guys with all the scraping and I like to use these little Dollar Tree plastic spoons and stuff like that just to get the excess. Then I throw them away. And I'm out of gloves. We have to wear gloves and mask everywhere now, and so I'm working with clean hands. Okay, and hang on with me. I'm going to put this in the oven. Okay, guys, so I've smoothed the top of the cake, with an offset spatula, and I smoothed it out. Give it a little tap. It's on a foil lined pan, and I'm going to put it in the oven for about an hour. I'm still smoothing. Just in case, I'm not sure if it's going to bubble over. It's a lot of batter in here, and it's going to slowly rise, but it may, you just never know. So, and my oven is 325 degrees, and I'm going to put it on the middle shelf. And it's going to bake for 55-60 minutes. And I'm going to come back in a few minutes and I'm going to show you how to make the glaze. Okay guys, thank you so much. I'm back now. For the glaze, I have 1 cup of confectioner's sugar, and I have this lemon juice. It's a concentrate. It's because I haven't shopped in the grocery stores for probably 5 weeks. My husband, he's an essential. He works in the healthcare industry. He's an MRI technologist. And so he has to go to work every day, and he just doesn't want both of us to be out there. He's like, one of us can go. So he's like, he gets up early in the morning. He goes to the grocery store before work, sometimes after work. He's been shopping for our household and his aunt's household. So I don't have everything, or I would have, and I was like trying to wait to get everything before I did this video, since she requested it. But I'm like, no, we need to, we can all like just be resourceful with what we have. And that's what cooking's all about anyway. You know, make and do with what you have. So I have 1 cup sugar, 1 tablespoon of this lemon juice. And I'm going to do two tablespoons. Y'all, if y'all know anything, I have vegan tendencies. I was a vegan for a while, but I do incorporate, you know, like chicken, eggs, you know, every now and again. So I like, if I can avoid using like milk, but I do like butter from time to time. So like in this glaze, I don't want to use milk in there. I don't want everything just having an animal product in it. So this lemon. So let me see how it's tasting right now. It's not the consistency I want, but it's fine. It's not too like overpowering, too lemony. Okay, so that's 3 tablespoons right there. Let me bring this down. And this has to be, I'll drizzle this over the cake when it's completely cool. Okay? Because it'll melt in and you won't even, you know, see it. So get your little baby whisk. That's a nice consistency. And I don't want a whole lot of sugar. You know, it's already high glycemic enough. And so this is just a treat. Because, you know, I have to watch my glycemic load. But, you know, I don't remove anything from my diet. I'm basically plant-based. But I will incorporate, you know, like I said, some animal protein as needed. But I don't pump my body full of animal products all day, every day. Every meal doesn't consist of, you know, like milk and beef and stuff like that. Okay, so that's the glaze. I'm just going to set it aside, and when the cake's done, when I pull it out the oven, I'll come back. All right?